Oh my gosh, y'all, you're not gonna believe what happened this morning. Come along with me, help me get this door open, and I'm gonna tell you a story today. Oh, and welcome to Vlogmas. I got a crazy story to tell you. I got to turn on all the lights. So as I'm turning on lights, I'm going to talk to y'all. So this morning when I got up, normally my little beagle, Ad, she's about 15 years old. She's a senior, but she's still kicking it. This morning, she wasn't in her bed in my room. And last night, I remember I stayed up very late again, fell asleep a little bit on the couch. And when I went to bed, she usually is asleep in her bed in my room when I go to bed. She'll go in there and go to sleep before I go to bed. But she wasn't in there. I didn't think much about it. I thought, oh, she must have fell asleep in the living room because she has a bed in there too. I want to wake her up, so I was like, I'll just leave the door open. If she wakes up, she can come to the bedroom. It's a very, I don't know if y'all can see outside, very dreary and cloudy today, rainy. So I'm going to turn on all the lights and get it all lit up today. So when I got up, she didn't wake me up like she normally wakes me up really early. I slept till like 8:15, and it was weird that I got to sleep to 8:15 because she usually gets me up around 6:30. She was not in her bed in my bedroom. She was not in her bed in the living room. And I was like, oh my goodness, what in the world? And so I just started hunting all over the house for her. Just started panicking a little bit. And let's turn on this little corner light over here. Let's go to the other side and start over there. I've got to get the register open. Back to our story. I looked all through the house. And then I was like, well, maybe my son, take her upstairs and she could sleep with him. So I thought, well, let me go see if he has him. So I went upstairs, knocked on his door. He was dead asleep. And I was like, do you have Addie? And he was like, no. And I'm like, I know this sounds crazy, but I can't find her. He was like, no, I don't have her. So he immediately got up, and we were both frantically, I looked under my bed, I looked under the couch, I looked all through my closet. And I have found her a couple times. She'll go in there when I throw my clothes on the floor. She'll go in there and ball up and sleep on my clothes. Went in there, not there. She is not in the house. I go wake up my husband. I'm like, Addie's missing. Do you have any idea? Because sometimes he lets her out during the middle of the night or something. And he's like, no, I have no idea. Let me get this open real quick. Got to get my register open so I can take some sales. And it's hard for me to think and talk at the same time. Okay, it is open. Let me connect all my peripherals. Hopefully my printer might work today. It would be nice. So we looked everywhere for her. And I'm just going through my head. I was up very late doing some editing. And I know towards the end, I started nodding off a little bit. And so I finally just shut my computer off and I went to bed. And that's when I was like, she's not in her bed, but she must be in the living room. So I just went to sleep. So I was like, maybe I let her out, but I don't remember letting her out. We've got a little back door, and sometimes I'll just let her go in the backyard and use the bathroom. And she normally comes right, and I watch her. I usually stay at the door and watch her because she's really bad. If there's a smell somewhere, to sneak off and go to that smell. She's always looking for food, y'all. Her nose gets her in trouble all the time. At that point, I was like, maybe I did, and I just didn't remember it. At this point, it's probably 8:30. I walk Addie and my dad's dog between 8 and 8:30 every morning. So I'm like, Cameron's like, I'm gonna go look for her in the neighborhood. We have a very small one little loop street neighborhood. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go get Sadie and we'll just do the loop and look for her. And I was just brainstorming what in the world could happen. Okay, I got those lights. Let's keep going. Got the kitchen. Okay, so at this point, go over to my dad's and I grabbed Sadie. About a week ago, when I was walking the dogs, I let Addie's leash go for just a minute while I was doing something. And I found her near, we have some drainage things on our street. We have like sewer, I don't know if it's sewer or what, but there's these big drainage things on the sides of the roads where water runs and it kind of falls down pretty deep. One of my neighbors poured some kind of soup or something down one of those drainage vents. You've seen the movie It, you know, where the clown is looking up through the top of the grate to the kid. It's like that. So there's a big metal grate with slats and then a big opening on the side, and they had poured food and there was food on top of that, and she was on top of that grate just chomping down on that stuff. Okay, she was chomping down on the food that the neighbor had poured down the grate, right? She is very, very, like, when it comes to food, she's all about it. She's completely deaf. She can't hear, but her nose is so strong, y'all. It gets her in trouble all the time. So after that, I had to literally, like, she'll bite my foot trying to get her away from there. She's wanting to eat it all. And her feet were falling in the grates and stuff. I could see where that's kind of dangerous. She could have fell in. Foreshadowing, right? So anyway, so me and Cameron are out. I've got Sadie with me. I think I turned those lights back off. She's just, you know, free for all. I let Sadie do her thing. She minds really good. As I'm walking out of my dad's house, it dawned on me about her, because sometimes late at night like that, she usually has to do a little tinkle right before bedtime. And so I will let her out in the backyard without a leash, and I watch her. I usually watch her. I watch her because of that reason, because she will wander off. And usually if she starts to wander, I can block her off and then she'll come back to the house. I guess last night, I don't know if I was just tired. I honestly don't remember doing it, but I did it. I had to have done it. I don't know any other way this could have happened. Don't remember it at all. We need to do some fluffing. We got some empty spots. I'm going to fluff a little bit while I talk to y'all. I don't remember letting her out, but obviously I did. So as Cameron is walking up to me, I tell him, I was like, she's been going toward, there's a grate over on this side, back behind our house, that she's been trying to go steal the food off of. She's possibly there. I mean, all the scenarios, y'all, all the scenarios going on in my head. Bear in mind, at this time when I tell him that, I am a blubbering mess. I am bawling my eyes out. He's trying not to cry. I am just like frantic looking for my dog. I've told y'all I have a crazy life, right? This is crazy. As I'm blubbering and crying, I'm telling Cameron, let's go check over there and see if maybe, I don't know, maybe she fell in. I don't know. Cut across several yards and went straight to the spot. Put this in the middle. I think I'll do that. Or like this. Yeah, we'll do that. So Cameron makes a beeline and goes there, and I see him bend down. It's not in the one I thought she'd be in. It's on the opposite side. And I see him look down, and then I see him like talking in the grate. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's dead in the grate. I really thought she was probably froze to death in the grate. I had a nice little flurry of customers. Where were we at? She's in the grate. Thought she was dead. Have you mind? I'm blubbering, crying, and I get over there. Cameron's trying to pull up the grate. It's probably this long. It's super, super thick, heavy metal. So I get over there. I pull it up. He reaches down, grabs her, and she was so happy. Y'all, she just took off running, her little butt wagging, and she just took off to the house. She made a beeline. And I was never so happy to see her. I couldn't believe it. But then again, feeling so guilty. I can't believe that I did that. But her stupid little beagle nose, right? We found her. But what's going on now is, I don't know what they poured in that grate. Last week when we went, it was some kind of meat. It must have been a stew or something. And they poured it in the opposite grate that she was in. So tonight I'm going to look and see if somehow that's connected, or maybe they poured some more stuff down on that side. I don't know. I don't know what. I wish I had a camera so I know what happened. I could see how her feet would fall through the grate, but she would have had to roll somehow into that. Or did she jump down in there because there was food in there? Who knows? As soon as she got back, she drank a ton of water, super thirsty, super dehydrated, I'm sure. And then she wanted back outside, and she started constantly throwing up. There's really nothing coming up but just bile. So that's worrying me a little bit. She just was like every few minutes, like, you know, stuff was coming up. Long story short, y'all, I think she's going to be okay. I had called emergency vet. Well, I called my vet here locally, and they just couldn't get her in, and they recommended the Denver emergency vet, and we were going to take her. I crushed up a little Tums and put it in her water, and she did drink some of it, so I don't know if that helped or not. Tried to give her a probiotic, and I'm pretty sure she threw it all up. She did drink some Tums, and she laid down in her little bed, and she slept for about 20 minutes before I left there, and I put my son Cameron in charge of watching her today, and I told him, you can take her if you feel like you need to, or wait 30 minutes or so, and if she starts it again, then take her. And they're open 24/7. We're going to wait it out just a little bit and see. I think she's going to be okay. She's 15 years old. Did I mention that? She's 15. But I love her so much. That was my morning. Crazy, right? Let's finish this window while we're in here. But that was it. I had to tell you all about that story. He's a tree topper, I think. I am going to put him over here. Move these down. I think this will be really cute up in here. Yeah. Yeah, that's sweet. I buy remnants of leather and to reupholster like stools and stuff, or benches. So I'm going to try this out. I'm going to try layering these little pieces together. Do some layers. I'm going to put this old table up here. Oh, little small coffee table. Got a marble top. Look at him. Isn't he gorgeous? This thing's heavy. Isn't that cute? Let's see. What else can we put in there? I'm going to try these out and see how it looks. I like that. Some more fluff right here in the bottom. Try to put a light fixture. I think that'll make it even more spectacular. That's the one. I've already got a plug on it. We're going to use that one. It's actually past quitting time. The day went by really fast. We actually had a pretty good round of folks here. I didn't get the video very much because I had so many people in and out, but I did get a few things accomplished. One of the things I did, I have to show it to you, is kind of behind me. I don't know if y'all can see it. Posted it today. I get so excited and geeked out over vintage stuff. This clock, plugged it in and it's working. It is a mid-century 1960s electric clock and it's just plastic, but oh, look at it, it's turning, I'm 15 minutes past closing time. But how cool is that? I love that piece. Just had to show you that. So this is one of the pieces that I got priced and put out today, and honestly, I'm probably gonna keep it for myself. This is another one, and this is cutie. It's actually broke at the top, but I don't care. I'm gonna put it up here and have it for just display because I think it looks super cute. I'm gonna go lock up real quick. Thank y'all so much for watching today. It was kind of a crazy one. I've told y'all I have a crazy life. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to me. But anyway, thanks again, and appreciate if you would like, comment, and subscribe and all the things. Anyway, y'all have a good evening. See you tomorrow. Sadie.